Well, we got almost all the trees in. We'll give you a little quick tour here. I think we're close to 850 trees with the cedars and everything and the willows that we put in. Cedars and willows were probably the biggest. We did 200 willows, hybrid willows, put them down in the low grounds to dry it up. We did 200 red cedar and 100 white cedar that we're going to use in the hedgerows, but things are going good. Let me show you around, show you what I've been up to. All right, that's what we've been up to. Lower part of Epic Acres 2, we got in 27 apple trees. This is going to be the new orchard. And the orchard didn't pan out so well, but Corey uses it as a garden, so it's pretty good. Then we got over here, planted all along the road here, because the berm's going to come out right here. So we planted some autumn blaze maple in front of the berm. And then in front of that, we still have the miscanthus grass. So that's going to fill this all in nicely, so you ain't going to be looking at it from the road. There'll be I don't know what we're going to do here. We're going to have an access road here or what we're going to do. Yeah, we got all the maples in. Morning, Dubs. And down here, we had this really low spot we didn't know what we were going to do with. So what we decided, miscanthus grass comes down and turns back that way. So we planted, I don't know, 3 rows of willows in there. And the goal is to probably take that first row, and once it gets established, chop it back, let it fill in more like a bush. And then the second row we'll probably let grow up. Maybe chop it off, but the third row grow up. So that's what we got that. And then since this was such low ground in here, we had to figure out what we were going to do. We planted swamp white oak in here. So that's how that went. You can see. So they should grow pretty good. Like I said, that was the old orchard. Didn't pan out. The ground was too heavy, so I kind of went to shit. Waste of time. So then we planted some more willows here, and our hopes is to draw some of the moisture out of this. But this is Corey's garden. It will be, that's clover right out there right now. Don't know what that's going to amount to, if we're going to keep that clover or what. But here's the ditch that we use for irrigating down here on the bottom. And we're probably going to plant some catalpa trees in there, just because catalpas are badass fishing bait, and they need a little heavier ground, and they're really close if we would need to water them. But there'll be irrigation that's going to go out and water things out here from this ditch. This is all going to be, you can see where the coloration is, that's all going to be and this right here is going to be switchgrass. We planted a couple of swamp oaks about halfway up. I think there's 3 or 4 in there. It's been busy. These will probably stay food plots out here of some kind. Right here we planted some more swamp oaks and a couple bur oak on the end. This is going to be switchgrass here. And we planted a bur oak there, and that is all pears and crabapple right there. And then, like I said, apple orchards out there. we're going to take and move that stand out to here once we get the switchgrass established, because this is a really good spot. We used to put a little food plot in here, but the deer sneak up on you too close. And so we're going to move that out, and then we'll still be able to use that and this. And it works great because we can fence it off. Well, let's run up to the top and I'll show you what we got up there. Before we go up to the top of Epic Acre 1, I'll show you what's on Epic Acres 2 here. What we got going on. So, we're going to start thinning a bunch of this out. Try to get more stuff to grow up. All of these little pine trees are going to come out. We're going to extend that berm up down along the road, but these little pines, we're going to pull them. We're going to pull these bigger ones right here. This is all going to be a food plot, kind of a kill plot. Stand will be right back in there. We're going to put in a heavily guarded ground blind. And then right here we got, this is a crab apple. Crab apple. If I can get these to grow, it's going to be badass. So we got chestnuts growing right in there. And then right here we got a persimmon and a persimmon. And then we're going to plant some more trees down the middle here. But this end of the thing will be just like soft mast. So we're going to hopefully have browse, big bucks bedding way back, come out, browse. Woody browse will be all in there, and then we're going to have some soft mast here, and then over there is going to be the food plot for killing them. All right, now up to the top. All right, here we go. So we got planted willows along here. I'm trying to draw the water out of here, but we planted a couple rows of willows. Right out here, we got 3 swamp oak, white oaks. And up here, this is where we put in the cedar hedgerow. So hopefully that grows up, makes it more comfortable down in here. Set up this spot up here for my great-great-grandson's gonna shoot a big old buck out of here. There, I got her set up. Set her up for west wind. So we did. We got 2 crab apple, 2 persimmons. And we got a maple tree there and a maple tree there. And then right over here, set up for the old west wind. We put in an oak and an oak. My great-great-grandson's gonna kill one off here. Big son of a bitch, I can tell you right now. Alright, and we go down here. Pond is looking amazing. Grass is starting to grow around it and hold it together. She's at 13 foot 5 inches right now. Got an old goose coming in over there. Gonna land down in the field. Alright, so here we got planted chestnuts here. If I get these chestnuts to grow, I think I got them figured out. So we got the chestnuts all along there. We put an oak tree up there just because right there we're going to put the handicap deer stand. So in case we get some handicapped people we want to take out hunting, and then we planted another oak right there. And we got more chestnuts. This is going to be all switchgrass. So we planted some black walnuts in here. We planted a bunch of black walnuts down there. Got some chestnuts, some maples. Got a big old bur oak planted in the corner. Show you my other kill spot I got set up for the grandson, great grandson. So we got a crabapple tree, and we got a persimmon tree, a chestnut tree, a chestnut tree. And we planted a big oak tree right there. And then there we planted a crabapple tree. And we got, what is that? Walnuts. You can see we did another hedgerow here. And we planted some walnuts out here. Right there on the corner, we planted another oak. So that's where we're at. Not much left to plant. Got to get the tubes on them, miracle tubes, and then on the bigger trees like the maple trees and the apple trees, I got to get them all fenced in. But on to more projects.